Well, here we are on the 9th of July, and been a pretty wet spell of weather, I have to say. We had over 6 inches of rain, over 150 mil of rain in June, and we've had probably getting on for 40 mil so far in July, so not as wet as a lot of people. A lot of floods going on. I know the river at Tewkesbury is out again, but this is a field called Botany. It's a field of winter beans, some field beans. We've got a stewardship margin adjacent to it here, which we've topped probably 4 times this year. It was planted last summer, and we've been hammering it fairly hard this year to try and get rid of some of the black grass and the wild oats and the thistles that were in here. So we'll probably top it one more time, but there's a good selection of broadleafs that are coming in here, as well as some of the sort of finer grasses that were actually sowed in there as well. But the bean crop is standing up to the rain fairly well. It's sort of getting on for about 5 feet tall, which is quite good. Last year, those of you that watched the Harvest YouTube video, we were combining beans that were just about knee height. So considering the amount of rain that we've had, I'm surprised these haven't grown a little bit taller actually, but they look fairly reasonable. Quite a decent pod set. I was a bit worried earlier on they weren't setting pods particularly early, but that's no bad thing really, because at least these pods that you can see here are further up the stem, which means that we'll actually have a chance of getting the combine cutter bar underneath these pods, rather than having them too low to the ground. So disease isn't too bad. Bit of chocolate spot. We've kept it out fairly well actually. It's just had 2 fungicides. Bit of ascochyta on here as well, which you'd expect by now. And beans are a great crop really in one regard. They fix some nitrogen for the following wheat crop, spreads the harvest. It actually means if we've got a wet harvest we can come and cut beans, because they tend to dry out quicker than wheat. So it gives us another option there. Yeah, some years they just don't yield very well, which is a real bit of a dilemma. Gives us another opportunity to control certain grass weeds in the rotation as well. So there's lots of positives. So we'll see. Another 6 weeks, we might be in here combining them.